to the analysis of the major stories we have in the dailies today. Once again, my name is Bimisola Shoyemi.
Good morning to you. I am Olutayo Ogunade.
All right, you can join us live on Facebook and on YouTube, 32FM 949 Ibadan, 32FM 949 Ibadan. You can drop your comments there. You can ask questions there as well. The analyst will be there, will be here to answer your questions. All right, let's see what we have in the dailies this morning. And of course, we are joined by Austin Idumo. Good morning to you, Austin. Good morning, Austin. Okay. All right. We'll try see if that will work out. Let me take the major headline I have right in front of me, and it has to do with something about Yoruba Nation. It's a breaking story from about 2 or 3 of the dailies. Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho arrested in Cotonou. Okay, Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, has been arrested in Cotonou, Benin Republic. He was arrested at an airport on Monday night. A top source familiar with the matter told The Punch. Igboho was arrested by the security forces in Benin Republic about 3 weeks after the Department of State Services declared him wanted for allegedly stockpiling arms, an allegation he has since denied. Okay, Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Igboho arrested in Cotonou. Austin, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, loud and clear. Thank you very much. Welcome on board. Good morning to you.
Thank you. Good morning. I'm tired. Good morning.
Good morning to you, Senator Dumo. All right, so we have the reports from most of the dailies. Sunday Igboho arrested on his way to Germany. Have you seen this story? And what was your reaction when you saw it?
Yes, I've seen the story. According to the news report, he was arrested in Benin Republic, Cotonou precisely. He wanted to a route to Europe, Germany precisely. Yes, that is the story. It's breaking. It's still very fresh. We have not gotten details as far as that story is concerned. So it means that the federal government is on top of its game. We want to also challenge the government with all of this effort wherein people can be arrested outside the country and brought back to the country. I think insecurity that is also ravaging the country can also be addressed using that same style, effort, and tactics. So for me, this is what the government wants. They have achieved it at the end of the day. We are now looking for the possibility of whatever accusation or allegation that may be leveled against him. We don't want a situation where people will just be put in detention. Let people be subjected to our law and let them be tried fairly as far as the law is concerned. So the news is still breaking that Sunday Igboho has been arrested. So which means that there is no hiding place for whosoever that may take up arm against the state. So, like I said earlier, we are also urging the federal government. The point we have always made is that let the federal government use the same measure to address issue of insecurity and agitation in the country. Because the definition of crime as far as this government is concerned is that those who are agitating for secession, they fall within the purview of a serious and heinous crime as far as the government is concerned. So let us also look at the issue of insecurity too. 2 days ago, we read that about 13 police officers were murdered in cold blood in somewhere around the Zamfara state. And we also got a story that a Alpha fighter jet of the Nigerian Air Force was brought down by bandits. These are forms of insecurity in the country. So we urge the federal government to use the same method, the same effort, the same tactics, the same modus operandi to bring these individuals and group of people that have decided to rise up against the state to justice.
All right, Austin, let's liken this to the arrest of Nnamdi Kanu and how far the federal government has been able to take his case. Now, yesterday there was a report that the federal government prevented him, that's Nnamdi Kanu, from signing 2 forms for consular and diplomatic interventions from the United Kingdom. In a case where we have people around who are trying to at least intervene in matters like this. If this has been done to Nnamdi Kano, if he has not been granted, if he has not been able to allow, or if the federal government has not allowed other people to intervene, external forces now, what is the fate of Sunday Igboho, even if anybody is going to try to help him?
Well, in terms of consular services, the federal government cannot deny the obvious at the long run. Maybe at the initial stage, they might not wanting to sign those forms if there are forms to be signed, actually, because whether we like it or not, as a citizen of the United Kingdom, they will have to come in and offer assistance. The highest assistance that could be offered is in terms of consular services. Whether they will intervene on a bilateral basis, which I think is a welcome development. That does not stop the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, for example, if federal government allow for urgent intervention by the UK government. So denying him in signing those letters, I think is also uncalled for. And that is what we have actually been calling the federal government to do. Let the trial be open, let the trial be fair, let the trial be just. Subject him to highest possible fair trial in the country. So at the end of the day, whatever allegation or grievances you have against him, whatever ground will now be legitimate at the end of the day. In the case of Sunday Igboho, I do not think there will be anything like consular service required on this case. We are still waiting for the DSS. They want to confirm officially that he has been arrested. This was as a result of breaking news. So let's see as the day goes by today, let's see whether the security intelligence in the country will come out with categorical and official statement to announce to the world that Sunday Igboho has be apprehended. So after apprehending him, let him be subjected to trial. There's no point keeping him, put him under trial. Yeah, if it's a bailable offense, of course, it could be granted bail. Right. And let's see how the proceeding goes.
It was initially advised to turn himself in, but he's now been allegedly arrested. Is there an implication? Or would there be an implication for that?
Now, yes, there will be implication. You know, on this platform, we advise that he should turn himself in. Some people also ask him not to turn himself in. We said he could do that by maybe one or two leaders of thought could just accompany him to the DSS, and at the end of the day, he will turn himself in. But you know, the Sunday Igboho that we know, whether we like it or not, is still a very strong man in his own way. So he decided not to turn himself in, and we learned the other time that he was on the run. Again, a statement came from his group that is still very much within the country. Don't forget, I think about 2 or 3 days ago, the federal government also came on board to say that, oh, he's allegedly working on obtaining a fresh passport.
Right.
Yes, a new passport. Now he's been allegedly arrested. So the implication of that is that he declined invitation and he refused to turn himself in. But it will still be the normal trial, especially for those offenses or allegations that the federal government has put on his neck. So it will have, the only implication is that it will have been more honorable if he had turned himself in, and at the end of the day, the DSS would detain or arrest him from there. But now he has been caught. DSS will now show force that, oh, we have the capacity to nab people, criminal elements within the country. This is not just a crime like the other crimes that we have known in the country, but we must put it in proper perspective. Whatever the description, crime is a crime, but it must be addressed in such a way that fundamental human rights will not be breached as far as this is concerned. Don't also forget, if you go in this direction, you get to a level where you also lose certain of your rights.
All right, from Daily Trust, and of course, you also mentioned that earlier. Some residents of a community in Zamfara State on Monday gave an insight into how they rescued a pilot shortly after he parachuted following a crash of his fighter jet on Sunday. Now, pilot rescued as bandits shoot down military jet in Zamfara. Someone said, just before we get your reaction, that we should put this, the terminologies now, or, in proper perspective. We shouldn't refer to these guys as bandits. Let's just refer to them as terrorists because the intention was to kill everybody on board. So these guys are terrorists. We shouldn't wait for the federal government to dish out, nomenclatures for us. We should just, by assessment, put them in their right perspective.
Yeah, these guys are terrorists. The federal government must also look for a way to declare these guys as terrorist group. That's the issue. If you declare them as terrorist group, there will be full military option against them in terms of using coercive means to actually take them out of the way. But the federal government is dilly-dally. You don't want to do that. You see a situation where life is being lost on a daily basis. They kill security operative at will. Now they have the capacity to bring down Alpha jets. If in the Air Force will tell you more about the itinerary and the capacity of the Alpha jet. If we have a group based on the acquisition of their sophisticated weapon and they have the capacity to bring down such a plane that is meant to ease tension and bring people out of danger in that axis. It was due to heavy bombardment according to Air Force sources. So, which means that these individuals or group, like we have rightly said, they are terrorist group. But the federal government find it very difficult, glossing over the matter, to declare them terrorists and call them the name they are, so that we can treat them the way they are. But this is the situation where we find ourselves in the country, where some people will commit crime, will gloss over it, when there is other agitation from somewhere, and we take it as a crime against humanity or the worst form of criminality. We want to salute the courage of Flight Lieutenant, I think the name is Dairo, who was able to inject himself to safety. That was a milestone. It was a very good one, and that gallantry and bravery must be celebrated. And I can see that the Nigerian military has not also taken that lightly. They are celebrating the guy because he did well by ensuring, by ensuring that safety can still be achieved at the end of the day. Now let's come back to the issue. How do we deal with this individual? Are we still going to be calling them bandits that will be snapping picture with? Are we still going to be romancing with them? Are we still going to be saying that, oh, let's go to the CBN and give them money to beg them, to pacify them, or what have you? And the governor came out to refer to this group as faceless group, as people who have committed independent crime. So we have classified crime in the country. The Igbo and Nnamdi Kanu crime, they are dependent crime. While those of the bandit who kill security operatives, who kill people, who kidnap for ransom, who have sophisticated weapons like RPG to bring down military plane. This is where we find ourselves in this country. We must call spade a spade. What is good is also very bad. So let the government muscle the courage, the political will to deal with this situation very decisively, so that we can give peace a chance. That was just 24 hours back to back during within the police officers, about 30 of them that were also murdered in Zamfara State.
Austin, it is mind-boggling because the other time, and we'll keep making references to situations like this, Gumi had a meeting with some of the bandits or terrorists, as the case may be. All right, we know where they are. At least Gumi can provide, an insight into, how to have a meeting with these guys, if that is what the case should be. How is it so difficult tackling it? And like you said, are we calibrated criminality and say this crime is superior to this? Or exactly what is really happening? We need to know.
That's the major issue. The federal government is not really serious about addressing the issue of banditry vis-a-vis terrorism in the northern part of the country. We must get to a level where the government must be decisive as far as this issue is concerned. El-Rufai referred to them as faceless group. That the reason why that of Igbo and Kanu is different is that they are known. These people are only calling for agitation. In the case of Kanu and Igbo, the way they go about it may be wrong. Of course, I never supported their style. There could be a better approach when you call for a succession. And I'm putting it on record today. There's no government that will also take secession lightly. But before secession, it shows that something is wrong. It shows that the center can no longer hold. These are agitation that suggests that something is wrong with the Nigerian structure. But let's come to the issue of those that are terrorists who are hell-bent on destroying lives and property across the country, especially in the northern part of the country. They are not faceless. They have group, they have leaders. Gumi went into the forest to take picture with their leaders. He negotiated with them, he discussed with them, and most of the kidnapping and abduction that is taking place thereafter is always at the forefront, self-appointed negotiator or mediator. And nothing has really changed because the federal government has not seen it as a very dangerous threat, has not seen it as a very delicate situation that we find ourselves. Is it not ironic? The same DSS that accompany Gumi to the forest to see the bandits, meet with them, consult with them, have meeting with them, is the same DSS that is raiding people's home because they are agitating that they are going to break away, not as if they are broken away already. So these are the issue. So I don't think the federal government is helpless as far as this issue is concerned. I feel so strongly in the words of Buratai that the president knows what to do. So the will to do it is what we are lacking.
And we are wondering where this is going to. Anyway, on the 3rd of July, Austin, Yoruba Nation agitators gathered at the Gani Fawemi Park in Ojota in Lagos to, protest. And of course, on that day, there was a report of a death. A young lady, a 25-year-old lady, was shot. And the PPRO, the Lagos State PPRO, Muyiwa Adejobi, said that she was abandoned after she was stabbed. Now, an autopsy was conducted, and as of this morning, the report is out. And according to the report, she died as a result of disruption of the heart and lungs and missile injury to the chest, as against what the Lagos State PPRO said.
Yes, as far as the case of this teenage girl is concerned, I think the Lagos State Police Command should be ashamed. Because in terms of what happened on that fateful day, when there's mass protest and police want to ensure that perhaps the protest is peaceful on one hand, or they don't want the protest to even hold at all. By the time you want to disperse people, which means that you might want to fire up to scare them, use tear gas or what have you. But the truth of the matter was that there was firing of live ammunition at that particular scene. What I expected the police to do in this case, as a professional organization, as an organization that is competent, is to come out to admit responsibility and say, oh, perhaps it was accidental discharge. We take full responsibility for this. Let us commence the process of reparation. But that was not done. It was absolute denial. Let's come to look at it from the police angle. They probably said the girl allegedly could have been stabbed. Who could have stabbed the girl? A teenage girl that is hawking pure water. Who could have stabbed the girl? Is it those on the Yoruba rally platform that will now see a girl hawking pure water? Does the girl represent government? Does the girl represent people at the National Assembly? So what could be? The girl only wanted to make ends meet. That, oh, because of this crowd, let me go out and at the end of the day make ends meet. So this is the issue that we talked about. So the police handling and the quick denial was actually uncalled for because police never carried out any investigation whatsoever before that particular denial. Now, autopsy has come out to suggest that that girl's heart was ruptured as a result of bullet wound or injury. So it is quite unfortunate. The NSAS, the Lekki shooting, till today, the government has not been able to come out to say this was exact thing that happened. First of all, the Nigerian military said they were not the one. They were unknown soldiers. When it became evidently clear that they were there, they said they were there. They did not fire live ammunition. They went with rubber bullets. Did you also go to Lekki with rifles that are compatible with rubber bullets? So these are the issue. It's not that occasions like this cannot happen. When it happens, what is responsible for a government to do is to take responsibility. So for me, I think I blame the police for the death of this teenage girl. It was avoidable, it was uncalled for, and at the end of the day, when it happened, the police ought to have taken responsibility rather than denial.
All right, we still have some headlines here. Nigerians groan as cooking gas prices surge again, and an insecurity. We have another one here, insecurity. CSO rejects NBC order on broadcast mode. Nidia Kabir, President Buhari, laments rising cost of rams and food items. We'll be back in a bit. Austin, just stay on the line.
Ever thought about how movies always have soundtracks to epic moments? So, tell me, what sounds do you hear when you know you're going to hit that target out of the ceiling? It probably sounds something like this.
Go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it, go for it.
Sounds like Dano milk cheering you on, doesn't it? Arla Dano, available in many variants to nourish you every step of the way.
Babe, I can't believe I won't see you again till next week. I've really missed you.
Nah, I miss you more.
That's impossible because I miss you more.
Me, I miss you like Ilode.
Oh my. Wow, babe, we've been talking for like forever. Oh yeah. Time to hang up.
No, you hang up.
Okay. Let's hang up on 3.
Okay.
1, 2,
3.
You didn't hang up.
Neither did you, Joe.
That's because I don't want to stop hearing your voice.
Aw, babe.
Your pillow talk doesn't have to end when you talk all day long for just 11 co per second to all networks. Dial star 311 hash to get talking right away.
Glow Unlimited.
Mom, Dad, have you heard about Oduduwa Valley Youth Sports Association? If you want to participate in Oduduwa Valley Youth Boys and Girls Football League, the student must be between the age of 3 to 17, from Basic 1 to 6 and GSS 1 to SS3. Students are placed on teams according to area and availability. Games are typically on Saturday between 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. depending on your schedule. During summer vacations, 2 scheduled games per week. Schools involved are ISI, Lead City, Bodija International Schools, and more. The registration fee is 12,000 Naira per student. Jerseys are included. Registration opens for 1st of June and ends last week of July. League begins first week of August and runs for 10 weeks. If you want to register for this season or you want your school to get involved, call, text, or WhatsApp 081-429-00377 or 081-149-72442. Register now. Play hard, play fair, have fun.
Our oil sachet.
70 naira, only 70 naira.
I said our oil sachet now.
70 naira, only 70 naira.
Opunga cooking oil now.
70 naira,
For a healthy family.
70 naira,
Opunga cooking oil now.
70 naira,
Our oil sachet now.
70 naira.
Power oil for a healthy family.
Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́rìndínlógún.
Ọ̀rẹ́, èmi ló dé tó ń fọ́kóló rẹ.
Ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́tàdínlógún.
Ọmọ, dá mi lóhùn.
Lẹ́yìn nǹkan tó ṣe fún mi lọ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá yẹn, èmi náà máa ra DSTV tèmi.
Ṣé torí náà ló ṣe wá ń ṣe àpamọ́ owó rẹ jọ? Tó o bá ti gbọ́, yálà ẹgbẹ̀rún méjìdínlógún lé ní ọgọ́rùn-ún mẹ́fà náírà. O lè ra DSTV tuntun fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàádínlọ́gọ́rùn-ún náírà.
DSTV Biggie Goals promo ní gbogbo ohun tó fẹ́. Ọ̀pọ̀ eré ìdárayá pẹ̀lú ẹ̀dínwó àrà ọ̀tọ̀. Ní báyìí, o lè ra HD decoder, dish àtowó ìwòran oṣù kan ìpele DSTV compact fún ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàádínlọ́gọ́rùn-ún náírà. Jẹ́ gbádùn ìkànnì ìwòran tó ju márùndínlógóje lọ pẹ̀lú eré ìdárayá bọ́ọ̀lù àfẹsẹ̀gbá tó kà màmá bíbí Naija, eré oníṣe WWE, ìyẹn ìjà ike àgbáyé, martial arts, ìyẹn eré ìdárayá tìpátìkúùkù àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ. Yan ọ̀pọ̀ eré ìdárayá bí o bá ṣe fẹ́ lẹ́dínwó pẹ̀lú àǹfààní Biggie Goals promo. Fún ìgbà díẹ̀ láǹfààní yóò fi wá o, kò ní pẹ́ tán. DSTV, àkókò rẹ ni.
With Airtel Home Broadband device, your home is connected and you all can focus on the important things in life. Enjoy the finer things in life in the Airtel HBB seasonal offer. Visit any certified Airtel shop to get a 4G MiFi at 9,999 Naira plus up to 55 gigabyte bonus data, or router at 19,999 Naira plus up to 160 gigabyte bonus data. Offer valid while stock lasts. Terms and conditions apply.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
32 FM
94.9.
Welcome back. 32 FM 94.9. Break at Dawn newspaper review reaching live from our audio visual studio. We are live on YouTube and on Facebook. 32 FM 949 Ibadan. 32 FM 949 Ibadan on YouTube and on Facebook. You can see some comments here already, but hey, we'll still look at some headlines and in a bit we'll attend to it. You want us to mention it?
Yeah, I wanted us to go straight to the headlines about the president saying that rams are now costly. And
he's bothered.
Yes, he's bothered. He said the headline says INT'L Kabir Buhari laments rising cost of rams and food items. President Muhammadu Buhari has decried the hike in prices for rams and other items in the market, saying the development was not consistent with the virtues of Islam. Austin, any comments?
Yes, I agree. The virtue is not consistent with the practice of Islam. It's just the means of people to actually cheat others and make life very difficult for them. Because if you look at it, because of this celebration, almost all the staple item foods prices have gone up. But my challenge with the president's comment is that why did it take 24 hours to Salah celebration before the president will react to that? Does it mean that maybe 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, a week ago, he was not aware that that is the trend? He has been president for 6 years now. That has always been the trend. Not Salah celebration alone. Any festive in the country is always like that. It will go beyond the normal ceiling. So for me, this is what we have decided to do to ourselves. What the president should do as someone that is in government is to ensure that we don't have occasions like this by ensuring that there is surplus in production of food. Look at those that are selling ram, for example. One of their own agitation or one of their own excuse is that the cost of feed of their ram has gone beyond normal, unlike what it used to be. And they also talked about cost of transportation. So these are the issue. So not just the president lamenting that it's not consistent with Islam. Of course, Islam is a religion of peace. It's a religion of welfare and humanity. So, but we have seen people bringing untold hardship on top of the people when it comes to celebration.
It is not as if other food items are cheap anyway.
Of course, other food, I just told you, all food items, other food are not cheap. Nothing is cheap in the country as we speak today.
And even before now, we had rising costs of items before this period. So already the items were on the increase. The prices of items are on the increase even before this festive period.
Yes, it was just a compounded situation. There have always been general increase in prices of goods and services in the country. So what has the government done to ameliorate the suffering of the people? It's not just enough for president to come out 24 hours to the celebration also to lament the rising food prices in the country, because people only took advantage of the Salah celebration to further hike prices of goods in the market, even cost of transportation.
Thank you.
You need to be in the city of Ibadan. You need to be in the city of Ibadan yesterday. Transportation in some area almost tripled. That was uncalled for just a celebration. We make life very difficult for our people. Meanwhile, the whole essence of the celebration is to reach out to the needy, is to reach out to the common man, and make sure that smiles are put on the faces of people. but that is our people for you. But the bottom line is that in all of this, government is missing in action.
All right.
Whether at the public transportation system.
All right. Let's take some comments here on Facebook. Government should also be on the trail of bandits and the herdsmen tormenting the country. Okediran Babatunde, we see that. Is it true? Oluwagbemga Samuel, I think, is quite disappointed. Yeah, well, allegedly being arrested. It's a shame that bandits are shooting down NAF aircraft. What a country. Cost of living in Nigeria is tough. What measures are in place to arrest this instead of telling us what we know? The best news would have been solution to arrest the tide of high cost of living. Motola Abiola, good morning, Tayo and Gbemi. Happy Day Kabir to all our Muslim brothers and sisters that are listening to us. We will do more, inshallah. Okay, this country knows too much grammar. Herdsmen, bandits, terrorists. Declare war against these men soon. The Tucano on its way to the country will be brought down if no action is taken. Glorious morning to you, my people in the studio. Tayo, for the first time, your countenance is not fine this morning. I know that you are not happy. Don't worry, everything will be all right. Thank you for that. I appreciate. Come on. The news we read every other morning is nothing but, good morning. How many bandits, kidnappers, wicked Boko Haram members have been arrested since? Why can't this government stop what causes agitations? Prince Sikiru Giwa, we also got that. These are from Facebook. Here, go there too and drop your comment on our Facebook page. Let's take our first call here. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pardon me for me, Dada. You see, on Sunday, Igboho, I will continue to say this. If it is true that he was arrested, most of us are the ones supporting and encouraging this federal government under General Buhari to further unleash terror on Nigeria or to destroy the tenets of democracy in Nigeria. Why did I say this? You see, many people have been killing ordinary Nigerians all this while. They have never been able to do anything, and they have shown that they are not ready to do anything. Somebody is now trying to save us. Now they are trying to get in. And some of us still saying the method they are using, the side they are using, is not supporting. Is that the way to move forward? What method they themselves have professed to help anybody in this country? Nothing. They folded their hands. Even so, the same thing we say the method is used. We cannot get anywhere. The problem cannot solve. The peace cannot come if we continue to do this.
Thank you. Good morning. The numbers to call are 0705 5949 0809 7949. Temidayo Baye Shola. Okay, it is high time Nigerians started seeing the government for who they are. Buhari's government is clamping down on anything that seemed to be a threat to his administration. This is autocratic. All right, they are not bandits, they are terrorists, and if the North are not ready to do anything, the South need to get out of their shell. Thank you, Temidayo, for that. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am John Jackson. Yes, I said it that the police acted in a case by denying causing the death of the young girl in Lagos when the and his men are during the Yoruba agitation to carry out any, because they failed to carry out any investigation, we should have included the person report. And so the commissioner of police acted in a case. And now that the person report has indicated the cause of death, police should try to be complete among them and sure justice is done. There was no use using the live bullet on the day of incident because there was no cause to that effect. I am John Njoku. Thank you.
Thank you, John Njoku, for your contribution. 0809 7949 0705 5949. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning. This is John Olariwaju from Ajo. Congratulations to federal government for the arrest of the Sunday Igbo. And to me, I see it as if that federal government purely know what they are doing on the issue of insecurity. And if the insecurity want to end within the twinkle of our eyes, federal government is able to end it. Why am I saying this? We asked the governor of Kaduna State said they are faceless. The same thing we saw the governor of Katsina State snapping the picture with them. And the DSL also saw the Gumi that they take a picture with them. But federal government says they were faceless. Who is deceiving who? Who is fooling who? As far as I'm concerned, all this insecurity in the Nigeria, federal government know about it.
All right. Thank you, John. 0705 500949 0809 700949.
Austin Odumo. Hello, Austin.
Yes, I'm with you.
Do you agree with John that the federal government may know something about what is currently happening in this country? And if they do, what are they doing about it?
Of course, I agree completely. They are not doing so much to address the issue. I think what the president and the government is too sentimental in terms of this ethnic enclave and parochialism. How do I mean? There's this tendency to deal with agitation from people that are not in certain quarter, rather than looking at it from a crime angle.
Hello.
So,
sorry,
just
Austin.
hang on.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah. My name is Adefi Yemola from UI.
All right.
I want to congratulate those that connive or are conniving that to ensure that people have been arrested. I'll be saying it. Kanu arrested, Igbo arrested. What's in their target? They know that these people are the two people that are preventing herdsmen from stealing or taking over our land here. And that's why I'm congratulating Yorubas, especially our Oba, our political leaders that are watching them. Thank God I'm not an Oba. I'm not a minister. I'm not a powerful politician. Very soon, herdsmen will take over.
All right. 0809 700949. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah,
good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning to you, comrade.
It's comrade from Agbo. Now, in respect of the increase in price of good and services that the president lament about, some time ago, the House of Assembly took a very excellent step to check the excesses of those who exploit the masses. And that said, they move a bill so that some marketers and some traders who take advantage of any festive period and they make life unbearable for the masses. Now, talking alone is not enough, as my friend Oscar said. Our lawmakers and those at the corridor of power should take a drastic step to check the excesses of those who take advantage. Apart from that, we should orientate our people who believe that they attach monetary value to everything, that we should not make life unbearable for ourselves. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, comrade.
Thank you, comrade. Yeah. If you increase exorbitantly the price of RAM or other food items, that is not Buhari actually. That is you being wicked, and not showing humanity.
Even to transport workers.
Yes, the transport
workers. They tell you, Odunwanta.
What was that? All right. Austin Ndumo, we have to go. Your final word on the program this morning.
Yes, there's a lead story in the Punch concerning the Delta variants and NYC mobilization. I think the government need to watch it. The Oshibaju committee at that time recommended that for like 24 months, there should not be orientation camp. People should just be deployed directly to their PPA. I think we have got it to a level where that needs to be implemented, because keeping large number of people in a place in the name of orientation camp amidst the third wave of the COVID-19, especially the multiple mutation of Delta variant, that will not be safe for us. So we can deal with the situation by avoiding it. God bless Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria.
Thank you, Senator Dumo. Thank you, dear listener. Happy Eid al-Kabir once again. I'm going to eat salamit
a lot
later today. Let's have a wonderful day and celebration too. Celebrate responsibly. My name is Olutayo Ogunade. Good morning.
And I am Bemisola Shoyemi. Good morning to you.
ẹ̀ẹ́dẹ́gbẹ̀ta náírà mẹ́jọ jẹ́ ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́rin náírà, ẹgbẹ̀rún márùn-ún náírà lọ́nà mẹ́jọ jẹ́ yẹ́rọ. jọ ibo ló ti rówó. owó kẹ̀ èní orí owó ìpè tí Airtel máa ń fún mi tí n bá ti ra síìmù tuntun mọ́ ni o. wo wọ́n tó ń fún mi ní ìlọ́po mẹ́jọ dátà fún wíwà lórí àtẹ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọn àti ìfà ìlọ́po mẹ́jọ owó ìpè nígbàkigbà tí n bá ti ra owó ìpè. ṣé bó o mọ̀ pé o ti lè ra síìmù tuntun báyìí ní èyíkéyìí ilé ìtajà aṣojú tí Airtel fọwọ́ sí. ìwọ ṣá ti lọ pẹ̀lú nọ́mbà ìdánimọ̀ ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà NIN rẹ kò jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ.
Airtel, the smartphone network.
láti gòkè àgùnlà láyé èèyàn nílò ìtọ́sọ́nà ẹni tó mọ̀nà débi àṣeyọrí. FMH International HR àwọn ni gbajúgbajà akọ́ṣẹ́mọṣẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ alárinà tó mọ ojúlẹ̀jà bá ti ń tọ́ni sọ́nà finimọ̀nà nípa bí gbogbo òǹwáṣẹ́ ṣe lè pàdé àwọn òǹgbanisíṣẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ láwọn orílẹ̀-èdè tó wà lókè òkun.
FMH International HR alábàáṣepọ̀ gidi ni wọ́n jẹ́ pẹ̀lú àjọ oníwádìí ìjìnlẹ̀ àgbáyé tá a mọ̀ sí United Nations Volunteer Research Group láti jùmọ̀ tọpinpin wàhálà táwọn ọmọlẹ̀ yìí ń kojú nídìí ìgbìyànjú ajé lọ sílẹ̀ òkèèrè. ìyẹn ọ̀rọ̀ tó jẹ mọ́ international migration àti international labour activities.
ǹjẹ́ o tiẹ̀ mọ̀ pé o nílò ìmọ̀ tó jinlẹ̀ dáadáa